Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool creations by a bunch of different authors again this week. Kind of a surprise creation I found in new releases as well. I'll show that here in a little bit. So 7 of the 8 creations being shown today are for Reforged Eden 2, and then there's one more in vanilla I will show at the end. So the very first creation here today is the BHZ-Whitestar One-RE2 by Dramaproof. And very cool looking ship. Kind of looking at its overall blockwork and design, and really cool aesthetics on that. Especially how these wing parts come together. Actually, the whole ship is pretty wild. There is like gaps and areas in between the hull, like over here and whatnot, that really kind of accent that a little bit. That looks cool. Let's see what's behind these doors over here. Looks like a future location for a big heavy weapon, probably, or weapons. Yeah, that's cool. So maybe the big railgun is meant to go there. You know, once you get the CPU adjusted to handle that kind of thing. Other than that, we do have some different weapon mount points up on these like thruster nacelle type things on the side, and just general broad perspective of it. I know it's not identical, but it does remind me of something you might see the Romulans use in the Star Trek franchise. Different color, and I'm sure it's not meant to be that, but it is this wing situation kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Got to float around, take a look at the backside here. Now on the strafing thrusters, does look like it's using some smaller thrusters for that. Well, actually, I take that back. There's a big one over here, big drive thruster, and then some more way back over here. Which these thrusters way back here would help a lot with turning, I think, on the ship. Having them a large gap between the front strafing thrusters and the rear strafing thrusters. And I do believe we have front strafing thrusters in this general section here. So the further the distance you have between those, usually the better kind of turning you might get out of it. Wider ships tend not to turn as fast, though. So we'll see how it all comes out in the end. But yeah, really cool blockwork and design on the ship here. Now on the materials, again, I'm pretty much I believe this is a dedicated combat CV, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I have noticed that it is built, it appears to be nearly completely out of Xeno. I think there's Xeno in most places. Obviously not Xeno for the floor of the bridge area. That is combat steel due to the texturing on the inside there. You can't use the Xeno blocks due to their very limited textures that they have. But yeah, really wild design here. So on this back tail section, that's actually made of a lot of thin blocks, and it's just probably pretty lightweight. Oh yeah, and you can see the material change in here too, where this is all carbon, which is actually really a really good idea. It'll lessen the weight a lot. These areas out here obviously are not protecting any of the inner hull or anything like that. So yeah, they definitely really should be what they are. And that was a good call by the author there to lessen the weight of the build and things like that. But yeah, really cool ship design here. Again, yeah, the top-down view looks really cool too. Just this, you can kind of see like this kind of oval design here that's split up and whatnot. Yeah, really wild looking design here. All right, well, let's get aboard here. I think I'm going to come through the back here. I didn't see another way in yet. There certainly could be, though. I just probably, it's hard to spot them sometimes. Quite often, actually. You know, let me adjust the lighting a little bit here. And right aboard. So, looks like in the back here, we've just got a fairly small hangar. You can bring in a SV or something over HV back over here. Storage controller right below there. I'll stay on this floor for now, or this deck. And this is a trip. The The ground faded out. Am I going to walk down that way? Here, let's hit this switch. Oh. That's pretty unique. That's a cool little door setup there. Using like angled ramp doors to go into side rooms like this. That actually, it works. So over here we got a big old plasma turbine. Yeah, a little bit of thruster access over here. So I think on the other side, kind of the same thing. There's some storage controllers built in here. We'll take a look at its total storage a little later on. Well, yeah, that is kind of a interesting door setup there. I dig that. It's kind of neat the way that works. So another elevator going to upper deck. Let's go in here. It looks like we're into the core room. All kinds of places for your quantum auxiliary cores and whatnot. And here's all our main cores in here right now. So just to take a guess by seeing the loadout on the outside of the ship, I would say this is probably a core 9 by looking at the cores here too, stock. But to add like your primary like big railgun, I believe that is meant to go in the front. You'd probably need some additional CPU to handle that. And then as we keep on walking forward here, okay, so there's a boarding ramp right here. And this looks like a, I was going to say a secure bridge, but this is all passenger seats. So I don't actually see a pilot seat here. But then we got our door. So here's another alternative way in the ship right over there. Kind of tucked in. So a lot of passenger seats there. Now let's go up this elevator. I think that's a glass floor down there. That always freaks me out. Okay, so this goes both directions here. So up on the front side over here, looks like we got a production room. Got a constructor and deconstructor, some storage boxes. Let's see what we got in this door here. I don't know, just kind of a side room over here. You can definitely see some more of the Xeno material. And that's some Xeno material on the ceiling there, creating that solid white, I believe, as well. And oh, on this side we do have a bathroom. So that's kind of like more of like a storage room, I would guess. A little utility maintenance room. And then moving forward here, wow. So we got a farming section too. So yeah, it does do more than just combat. It had production, does have farming. Looks like we got 27 grow plots in this room area. Some fridges and well, yeah, fridges down there, food processor there, extra storage box. And it still keeps on going forward. Oh, we just walked into the primary weapon bay. All right, so that's how you get to there. So you can add the big gun from inside the ship through the farm. Pretty interesting there. Don't even have to go out and freeze to death in space to do it. All right, let's go this way. Okay, so we're kind of walking up. I think we've seen... No, maybe not. I think these are different turbines. So I went down. It's got a full set of large turbines, or so far. Could have some more. Let's see where this goes. Oh, wow. So we got another one of these doors like that. And we're overlooking a, looks like a big engineering room back over here. We got a small fusion reactor mounted so far. Got some RGs. Not 100% sure what that is at the moment. What the RG stands for. Could be a lot of things, though. A lot of stuff would fit there. So it'll probably come to me after I'm done with the video later on. If someone wants to call me out on what the RG stands for, though, I definitely appreciate that in comments. Kind of looks like, let's see, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I do the same thing with my builds too, and often I don't even know what my labels mean sometimes. So it looks like we made our way up into the first-person bridge, or over here. So we do have our pilot seat. Looks like 4 more passenger seats, some computer equipment, etc. in the area here. And nice overlook over the front of the ship. And obviously the design of the ship would work well for being a combat ship as well, because I'm going to fly through the front hull, but I bet you that is set up for taking a lot of abuse. And you can kind of tell by the materials on this build as well. Then we have obviously quick ways into the bridge area from these two side doors over here. Yeah, really interesting layout. It would have to be, though, if you take a look at the overall blockwork of the ship. It's pretty wild design, and you gotta have rooms that work kind of how they are. So I think we got a mid-level in here too. Oh yeah, here's areas. So I'd say there's large shield parts, small shield parts on the side, medium shield parts up there. So this is definitely a shield room. Again, more turbines up on the ceiling in here, and I think we kind of walked by this group from before. So a lot of room for upgrades. A lot of upgrades. That's a cool looking effect too. I like the texture light ring blocks there on the side, or the round blocks there. Again, definitely looks kind of unique and alienish for sure. Now we got our main shield right over here. The new blinky flashy part over here. That's cool. That's cool. Glad that part was redone. Was never a real fan of the old model for the shield, or the even older models of the shield. It's changed a few times over its life. I think we ended back to where we started from now, getting back into the hangar in the back of the ship over here. So I think I've been through it all. Again, it has farming, it has some production. Let's get the lights back on a second here. Let's fly through the front hall here a little bit. Okay, obviously the primary weapon, we know about that. So it looks like we got some combat steel in here. We got some hardened steel, I think. I think that's hardened steel. So definitely mixed materials, but it does have a lot of Xeno material on the outer hull for sure. Interesting room over here. We got. Is that carbon? Is that like a little carbon thingy? That is a little carbon thingy. Then we got combat steel. We got Xeno material. We got combat steel over there. Xeno on the top. A little carbon thingy in the middle. This could disrupt shots. This is lightweight. If a shot happened to get this far into the hull, it should take a bit. Well, AI would really have to work at it, and you would have to be just not trying to avoid much. Just shooting everything up. Looks like it would be quite effective as a combat ship, though. The overall layout and design would allow it to take a lot of abuse and keep on going there. And again, a lot of places to put guns. It doesn't necessarily say where you're, if you wanted to add more turrets to this, it doesn't really say where to put them, but a lot of locations on here would work. On the upper hull, the lower hull, all over the place, really. This whole area back over here, too, you could put a lot of guns here on the top or bottom of it, and they would all have a good line of sight to the front. All right, well, let's look at some numbers here. Unlock level 25, size class 5, 40 forward, 28 strafing, 52 lift, 40 reverse, 37 down. Yeah, pretty good flight performance there. Looks like 12 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. Stock. You can tell the author kind of left this lower on purpose to dial it into a specific CPU range, but 8 light Gatling turrets, 3, those are drills on the front. So it does do mining as well. And it does have long-range radar built into it. 14-hour and 34-minute build time. It is using 4 quantum processors. It does have, obviously, that fusion reactor in there. And there's your growth plot resource costs. I was looking for the Xeno material. There it is. Oh, yeah, okay. Xeno material, 33,000, yeah. A lot of Xeno in it, more so than iron, actually. So, yeah, definitely a lot of Xeno material, which, yeah, is a lightweight material that's strong, basically. It's lighter than combat steel. I think the stats were changed where it's not quite as strong as combat steel, but it used to be really... It used to be actually more so than combat steel, but I think that might have changed a little bit. Now it's more of a weight thing. It's probably your best block for hit points versus weight in the game, and that's why it gets used. But does have that side effect of very limited and unusual texturing options for Xeno. All right, let's look at the storage. So let's see. We have a harvest. It looks like 2 harvest bays at 320K. Got a main in at 640K. It's like 3 ammo controllers at 320K each. Beyond that, I think these are going to be some boxes. Nope, not this one. This here, we got a cargo 640K controller there as well. This is probably a box. So data, loot, meds, yeah. So number of short boxes, nicely labeled on all this. But a good amount of storage. I mean, for harvesting your main, your cargo, you could like a main in and out if you wanted to do it that way. But yeah, about the right amount of storage. Does have the long range radar. One thing I wanted to check on, I just wanted to see the warp drive in here. Let me sort this real quick. And I think we answered that. You know, I forgot to look at the CPU, but it is a Core 9. It is a Core 9 CPU. So that comes out to dialed in with just about 50K left over at Core 9 specs. So warp does have the advanced warp drive in it. So 60 light year warp drive as well. So yeah, very, very cool. Unusual looking, very cool looking combat ship with a really wild blockwork design to it. Kind of looks alien in a good way. So yeah, very, very cool build here. This again is the BHZ-Whitestar One-RE2 by Dramaproof. All right, so next build, a little bit smaller on this one. There we are. So this is the Vroom Vroom. Got to add the V in there. By Bob, and this looks like this looks like it's going to be a SV. And really small and compact. It's got a detector on there, some landing gear. We got our 6-direction thrust. We got a generator on the side over here. It does have some exterior lights too. It kind of lights up in that kind of reddish tint to it, which is kind of cool. Armor locker right on the front. So yeah, you can just zip around and do that. A couple RCS units on the back. But overall, this looks like a early game get around kind of creation here. I'll have to see what it's got for storage. Right now, I'm not seeing any, but maybe it's tucked in there. Very well could be. Little generators, some, looks like it's got 4 lift thrusts or down thrusters, strafing thrusters down here. Reverse thruster and forward thrusters. So yeah, it looks like it's got everything it needs to zip around. It's using that old school cockpit too, which kind of goes with this particular build. It is a smaller cockpit design, but there was a revision of this one where they changed it, but it kept the same general size. But this is using like the older one, which blends in nicely with the build here. So yeah, very, very cool, very cool. I bet you this is going to be pretty inexpensive to spawn in. Let's take a look at that. So unlock level 12, size class 1. Wow, 0.13. 116 forward. Wow, it's fast. 116 forward, 63 strafing, 125 lift, 63 reverse, 125 down. Very, very zippy creation here. Super, super expensive. Look at that. 10 minute, 49 second build time. You're going to have to really slave to get all that copper and silicon and iron and have to, you know, process some stuff to make some carbon substrate. I'm just kidding, by the way. Very, very inexpensive. It does use 16 cobalt. Should be really easy to get in random POIs, early game POIs, even like some runes or whatever. I think you would have no problem getting the resources for this. CPU-wise, it is a Core 1, using a little over half of that CPU. So you could technically add some things to this right off the gates and not have any issue with that. Like maybe if you wanted to add a gun or in an ammo box, or, well, I should say ammo controller. You can technically add an ammo box to an SV, but the way the game's set up, and I don't know why, you would actually have to bring in a build from a long time ago that had an ammo box on it and then copy it to your newer build. I've done that before. There used to be regular ammo boxes for SVs as well. For some reason, they were just removed after the storage controllers came on board, but they didn't do the same with the ammo boxes for CVs or bases. Those stayed. I'm not sure why the SV ones were removed, and HVs, but it did happen. So anyway, yeah, super inexpensive there. Does not have a shield. Didn't expect it to have a shield. Doesn't have an ammo bay. Let's take a look at its storage. I'm not sure if it's got storage. Yeah, no storage whatsoever on it. So, yep. All right. So it's just meant to zip you around, and it's fast. It's really fast. It's in fact, if I take this up and fly it around a little bit, woohoo! Yeah, we're trucking here. This definitely a responsive craft. A little twitchy. I'm trying to balance it out there. There we go. Let's get you back on the ground there, buddy. So, yeah, if you want to do some very crazy racing in space and whatnot, you should be able to avoid a lot of bad guys and stuff with this, I think. So, yeah, very, very cool build here. Again, this is the Vroom by Bob. And it does what the name suggests. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so the next build here, we've got this guy right here. I'm trying not to show this ship behind me much yet, but kind of hard to do. It's pretty darn big. So the next build here, we have the Spearhead by Rainer Luke. Rainer Loot. I'm sorry, not Luke. Loot. And oh, this looks very pretty. Oh, look at this. This kind of looks like it would definitely be have a focus on combat. Again, it could do a lot of other things besides combat, but seeing a big heavy weapon up in front here and all the turrets and whatnot, definitely say it's meant to shoot some things up in space. Looks really, really nice. I like the color scheme on this one as well. The dark gray there with this different color. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's a neat looking color. I do like that. I do like that. And this almost looks like it's a different color, but it's just the shadowing down there. So down in here, it looks like we got locations to add some more turrets. And wow, a bunch of stuff going on in here. Let's get a top-down view of this ship here too. Yeah, very, very cool. Very detailed. I like the use of texture lights in here too. Here and there. That's a cool setup there. Using that block with the texture lights below there, making like a series. Some pretty intricate block work on the side here too. Oh yeah, look at that. Like a thin block layer over the top. Very cool. And over here we've got what looks like the long-range radar array, and it is. I just wanted to check because there is a deco version of that too. These kind of look like they're little landing pads on the side here. And maybe they are. I don't know. There could be some sneaky doors and stuff on the inside. If not, they're just, it looks cool. I like that break up there. That's kind of actually using that carpet texture in places on this build as well. Actually, most of this gray is that carpet texture, which is actually, well, I call it carpet. It's, yeah, you can use it for a lot of different things. It's just kind of a matte finished texture. Doesn't really necessarily look like carpet. It can with the right color in the right place, but that's because we don't really have any textures that are, well, carpet that are besides patterned carpet, like with little flowers and stuff on it. So on the bottom side here, let me get my light on here too. Nicely detailed throughout. Oh, I like the, oh, check that out. We got a strafing thruster back below there. So it almost kind of looks like a little bit like a texture light from a distance. That's a nice touch there. I like the texture lights on the insides over here as well. See some Xeno material in here too. I don't know if that was just used for texturing, so I only see it on that strip there. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you can use Xeno like this and get some unusual textures in places. It's just usually when you use Xeno, you end up building like a large part of the ship out of it for hit point reasons, and then you can't really do much with the texturing short of the Xeno texture. And I have seen some pretty good renditions of that though, where it actually did work out well. On the backside there, looks like we got a couple. Oh, well, not necessarily. They look like thrusters, but oh, there's thrusters behind there. It's just you're not seeing them because it's got a really cool looking blockwork emplacement in front of that, and it actually would help protect those thrusters more as well. Now the game doesn't care if you block thruster exhaust, so you can kind of do that. There was a long time ago there was rumors that that wasn't going to be the case, but it did remain the case. Yeah, very cool looking. Let's look at the side and down over here a little bit more too. So more strafing thrusters there. More hangar door access. I think we already flew by that actually. So here, let's get aboard. I'm going to come in one of these side hangar doors here. Let me adjust the lighting. And we're into the Spearhead. Nicely detailed hangar area. I like this kind of ramps up one block row over here to meet up with the hangar door, which actually comes down a little bit. So we got a blast door protecting the back as well, plus the hangar door. We got a this is actually, I think I'm sitting on a half block in size here. Yeah, I think this is all a half block surface. And you can see the repair bay recessed in there a little bit. I tried to do this same concept a long time ago with the a waypoint hangar that I built, which was a large base hangar thing. And this didn't work at the time, and that really sucked because I had to modify it and screw it all up to make that work because basically it didn't detect the creation above it when I made it. That has been fixed since then, though, so now it does. And now it gives you some leeway on where your repair bay actually is and where your creation is. Before, it had to be directly on top of it, and doing this would fail to repair. But that was fixed a long time ago, and that's a good thing. Now you can do this kind of thing here. Have a half-block surface floor on the bottom of a hangar and still have your repair bay work. So up over here, we got a our armor repair and O2 and med bay. A couple side doors there, armor locker, and there's our console for the repair bay. Down over in these areas, we've got production right on the side of the hangar here. Looks like a couple storage controllers and a advanced constructor there. And let's see, I think we got that on the other side as well. Yep, I like how it kind of closes it off. This is a pretty cool way to display the storage controllers too, with the doors like that. It's kind of like this open window. It doesn't really look like a door that way. Nice use of that part. And then up in the front here, I think we can see our blinking shield, and it looks like there's O2 up in there too. A little hard to see beyond that, but you definitely see the blinking shield. Cool looking glass front on that. Let's see, was there? Yeah, okay. So a couple side rooms here. Let's go in here first. Okay, this gets to an elevator. So we got our teleporter right over here. Nicely hooked up to a sensor. This is a cockpit here, like a secure bridge. Interesting. Very interesting. Man, that really messes you up. I like the angles. I mean, even the little angles there. When I was coming back this way, I for some reason thought this was a straight wall and this was the angled wall, and I was like, "There's angled controllers," and then my brain started working again. It shuts off now and then quite a bit. It happens. So we got a little door down in here too. Oh, it gets us to a gravity generator and our shield room here. And looks like Wi-Fi in there as well. Ventilator back over there. And another angled door here. Oh, this is a little different on this side. Quite a little bit different. Different elevator too. So yeah, interesting wall texture in there, and different color carpet or flooring. Got I think that's a ATM right there. Yeah, gotta have the ATM. It's a nice since it's allowed on CVs now. It's a nice cheap thing you can add to any CV really. So yeah, it's one of those kind of default parts. I think at this point in time, they were not allowed on CVs in the past though. So I think a lot of people probably still believe they're not allowed on CVs, but they are, at least in Reforged Eden 2. I don't know about vanilla. So over here, it looks like we've got what it says, a drone bay. And that looks cool. It's using an LCD for the side of it. And it makes it almost look like a glass wall, decorative glass wall there going into the drone bay. That's cool. I have a storage controller there. And we're going all over the place. So that's going to go to the other side of the ship. I'll stay on this side for now. It could be different on both sides there. We got a deconstructor here. Like the curvy wall. Some storage boxes. And we're coming into a shield room. So it looks like we got location to add another big old shield right over there. And I think it stops right there. So let's backtrack a little bit. Let me go through here. And just see what I missed on the backside here. So we've got a thing right here. Alright, what is this thing? This is the auto maintenance system. Okay, that's what it is. Yes. That is one of them new features that, again, I got to get building again. I haven't really built anything too recently. It's been at least a good couple weeks since I working on any builds, and this part fascinates me actually. So I'm kind of curious how that actually works out. If basically it starts repairing your ship when you're out flying around like a repair bay would. I got to see how that actually works. Going forward here, we got an advanced generator, location to add another one, and we got our pentaction tank in here as well. Looks like we've got some locations up on the ceiling for some more parts. Kind of looks like SB shield booster, probably. What that stands for, medium shields. Usually what I end up calling them. And this will get us to the other side. And over here, oh yeah, it is quite a bit different on this side too. So we've got, wow, 36 grow plots in here too. And then we got nice little alcove over here with food processors and fridges. Some storage boxes. Got a nice, oh, look at the ceiling tile. You know, I never think about using like ceiling tile texture. You know, it does have that. It actually, I thought this was more of a floor texture, but it's actually, yeah, it's like a drop ceiling. Marble walls. This little chill out place for the corner couch. Off from the farming section. So let's go forward this way. Okay, now another shield room on the other side. So another place to add a big old shield in there. Doesn't look like this one has the same parts on the ceiling. So it is asymmetrically done. That's kind of why I definitely wanted to see both sides of the ship here. Alright, so let's... I got to get back to that elevator, which was somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. Let's take this one up here. We'll go to 2. So we can go walk away off the elevator either way. So we got our CPU core room in this location. That's cool how that's set up. Definitely looks like a big server room. And that's just going to go right back down. I didn't even notice this. We got a nice elegant balcony going around the hangar area. Yeah, nice looking area. And we got another elevator over here. It goes to, looks like thruster access rooms. Oh wow, look at that. We got plasma turbine room here as well. Obviously, it's got one installed room for another big one. That's basically like adding solar panels to a spaceship, sort of. Very good for your power management, that's for sure. So it looks like we'll have another one of those rooms on the other side of the hangar there. We go up to here, and we got another advanced generator over here. So yeah, I did have one up in front too. Nice little window overlooking the hangar. Let's go up this way. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing on this side. I just wanted to. Oh no! See, that's what I get for thinking. It's always painful. No, actually, I wanted to check over here. Just see if we got the same thing on the top. Yep, another generator room down there, and another turbine. It is different over here, though. Well, yeah, look at that. No, not really. I guess it's the same. So yeah, room for a lot of turbines in here, and it does come stocked with several of the big ones. So power management is going to be pretty nice, actually. Should use less fuel. All right, so I think we've seen that. Let's go up to 3. Oh, wait a minute. Back on 2. There was a... Yeah, I haven't been this way yet. Warning radiation protection crystals. Ah, look at that. Oh, more farm. More farming areas. Another one over here. So this would be a protection farm. Or that's basically what it's meant for. Separated from the other farm. Grow plots. Alright, now I think it's safe to go to 3. And this gets us right into our first person bridge over here with a lot of passenger seats. 6 passenger seats. Now this is at the top of the ship right here. And we got another door going back over here. We got our main CPU core and room for additional CPU blocks out in this area here. So yeah, very cool. Right to the point. And another awesome feature. Quick access into the bridge coming down through the elevator right here. Just right behind the bridge. Very convenient for any pretty much any CB, especially if you're out in space, shooting up stuff, looting stuff, and then you want to get back in your ship fast because, well, there's bad guys that showed up in the area. So that's a awesome feature to have. So I think that is... I'm not sure. I feel like this is a pretty big ship, and I feel like I didn't see a lot of it. So I'm going to do a little flying in the hall real quick here. I went down a lot of the stuff up front in here is for taking some abuse. Very solid blocks out in this whole front area here. Some thruster. You can see some combat steel in there as well. And then finally, yeah, and then we get to this area. I think we walked through this room already. Kind of flying through everything here, but yeah, we've seen our production. So yeah, I think that is the whole interior space of the ship. So yeah, it does production, farming. We'll check on storage in a second here. But let's take a look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 5, 64 forward, 22 strafing, 45 lift, 33 reverse, 22 down. Got 16 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks, not 12 ventilators actually. Quite a lot of weapons on here stock. It does have one main plasma battery, which is the heavy weapon. You got a long range radar array, a real one. 12-hour and 46-minute build time. Using the 4 quantum processors again, which I would guess that is this is gonna be a Core 9. And it is. Look at that. Dialed in right to the limits there. Core 9 setup. Obviously, you could add more CPU to it and start putting in a lot of the upgrade parts that it has available for a lot of things. Generators and turbines and guns and all kinds of things in there. Let me just check a couple side specs here. Let me sort that real quick. And I just wanted to see what kind of warp drive we had in here. It does have the advanced 60 light year warp drive as well. So yeah, very, very cool there. And P menu options does have a lot of P menu options. 51,339 in shield strength. Yeah, very, very cool ship. Nice, looks nice. It has a lot of functionality to it. And I think we've got some sneaky retractable turrets and stuff in here too. So lot more gun positions that you can add in stuff with as well. That main heavy plasma battery must be right. That must be that there. I like how these reverse thrusts are kind of tucked into the hull there too. And there's our bridge access door there. So yeah, very, very cool. That bridge really kind of sneaks in there too. It's kind of you can kind of see the shape of it, but it does stay quite hidden really in the hull of the ship. So again, this is the Spearhead by Rainer Loot. Very, very cool ship. Nicely detailed. Looks quite functional. All right, so next build here. Got this kind of mid-sized creation here. So this is the Material Collector RE2 by Fuji. And this is a really unusual looking ship. Definitely looks like more of a, well, kind of like what the name would sound like. More of a utility type of creation. Like a space, I don't know. It is really unique. I like that. So up over here, we got this cool looking bridge with the hardwood floor in there. And then it's kind of more of like some kind of cargo type of ship. I don't know. It looks very specific. Like how the landing gear stance on it is. On the back side, oh, that's cool. Red thrusters, got the red texture lights back there too. Cool looking design. Oh, and the texture lights out on the sides over here. The orange stripe going along the edges. And we do have like a defense turret there, or anti-drone turret there, and over here. Oh, that's a piece of glass there. It kind of looks like a little chimney or something like that. Interesting. If I were to guess, I think this craft might have a lot of storage in it. And I think that might be one of its bigger things going on here. We've got a couple sentry guns on the bottom, a retractable turret right in front of the ramp to get in the ship at. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Interesting design here with that, the way the bridge is set up. Again, it certainly looks like a utility creation and named that way as well. So let's let me adjust the lights here. We'll take a walk on board here a minute. Oh, wow. Yeah, so again, by the name, it's Material Collector. So interesting. Yeah, it has like quite a lot of utility and some production in here too. And a big old back room area here for a warp drive. So it doesn't look like it has a warp drive in here stock right now. A couple pretty small generators back there. It's using generally pretty small thrusters as well. We got a detector, a storage controller back over there. Oh, I like this LCD telling you what goes there. CPU upgrade core 1 to 3. ATM. I got our armor repair. Place for a deconstructor right there. Armor locker, weapon locker. And of course, all this utility stuff that you definitely want on a ship like this, or well, most ships. So it's quite inexpensive equipment here. Have an O2 and a med bay. Very useful too. Very useful. So up over here, yeah, you can see that. Oh, that's kind of a cool. Like you can see that turret through the glass there. Sensor obviously for this ramp. Oh, there's a ladder here too. Oh, that's how you get that's how you get to the bridge. You take the ladder. And this bridge, yeah, it kind of looks like a kitchen. it's got the kitchen equipment and the sink and the fridge and the table and then oh, it's even got a bed up here. Oh, look at that. There's like a little loft apartment up over here. That's cool. That looks like it would all work. What's that? Oh, I don't know what happened there. But, what is that? Hold on. Gotta get out the... Oh, that's storage shelves. I think I seen that last week, too. That was a new deco part, I believe. That's cool. I like that, too. That's another thing I wanna take advantage of on a new build here sometime. Some of that fun stuff like that. Over here, yeah, we've got our toilet and shower in here too. So yeah, this is like a little apartment, little loft apartment over the other ship. You got our ammo box right there, passenger seat. Even got a Groot right over there. Very nice, very nice. So now, just as a guess, I'm gonna say this has a, well, I don't know. It's just kind of like a all-arounder, like do everything with the kind of with the ship here. And these antenna locations actually look like they might be intended to add some mining drills there, and then you would run around and do some. Obviously, with the material collection, mining would be part of that. So let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 12, size class 1, 46 forward, 14 strafing, 49 lift. 25 reverse, 14 down, 5 fuel tanks, 3 oxygen tanks. Basically drone defense setup on here. 1 hour and 55-minute build time. Really inexpensive to bring in. Not needing anything, much of anything at all. Really, a little Neo, a little Cobalt, but I guess a little Sathium in there. I mean, this is all stuff you're going to need for pretty much any CV. No problem there. CPU-wise, very low on CPU. Core 1, basically just your main CPU core. Almost half of that CPU is left over. So, I mean, if you wanted to start instantly throwing more stuff on the ship, you could do that and be cool with it. As in devices here, just already looked at the core. I just wanted to check out. Oh, no, that's right. It did not have a warp drive in here stock. No shield either. So that's, part of the reason why it's so inexpensive, too, is it does not have some parts that would require some other kinds of resources in there. But, yeah, super, super inexpensive. Get going right away. And I'm curious on the storage, though. That is a something I was definitely wondering about. So we've got 320K for collected materials. Crafting output, another 320. And we got a 14K ammo box. We got another 80K controller for deconstruction. And then some sort boxes for plants and stuff like that. So, yeah, okay. So, 640 plus about like 700 and something K of overall storage. Which is actually pretty good. Considering it, I was going to say I thought originally I might have more storage than that. But then looking around at these small size thrusters, I was like, if it did, it probably wouldn't be able to move it because you need probably beefier thrusters to get that much weight off the ground and things like that. So it does have some lift thrust over here, but again, all the thrusters are of the smaller design, but the small and they're pretty inexpensive, generally speaking. As you can tell, a lot of extra CPU left over here. So yeah, very, very cool build here. Again, this is the Material Collector RE2 by Fuji. Very cool. Nice, nice utility type creation. You can use this as like a starter CV too. It's probably a lot of the intent for it. I wouldn't doubt. All right, so next build. We're gonna fly out over this way first. And I got a couple interesting builds over here. Let me turn this one on. Now this one, it's spawned over here for a reason. I know it looks kind of like a CV, but it's not a CV. It is, in fact, a base. And this is the Mechanicus crash site by K1. And interesting enough, it's actually on its side, too. This would be the side of the ship that we're looking at here. And this is actually the top of the ship that we're looking at here. So it's kind of like turned on its side, it's crashed on the ground, and it is a base. So yeah, really unique with all that. It's quite a large ship, actually. Well, crash ship, and it's got crash parts like laying around too. That's why I spawned it on the ground the way I did. There's actually like some parts that kind of set up individual turrets over here. This actually doesn't connect below. Oh, there's a well, that's interesting. So I put this in the ground. Maybe I shouldn't have done it like that, but it's kind of how the screenshots of it, or the screenshot of it, looked on the workshop as well. So I was trying to kind of emulate that a little bit. So yeah, we got some other parts over here laying around. I don't think a lot of these connect to the main build. They're just kind of like other sub parts of like crash stuff in the ground and whatnot. Broken parts. Again, this is on its side. So, I mean, honestly, I would probably say that, you know, I don't know. Could this be a POI as well? It might be. But yeah, it looks cool. Looks like a POI you might come across in Empyrion, except kind of intact. You know, it's pretty big actually. Oh, big old blast door hangar here. And it's really weird, too, because this would be, again, the bottom of the ship over here, where this side is the top of the ship. Oh, look at all... Oh, there's some sentry guns in here. Interesting. They kind of, like, aim straight upward. Some holes in there, too. Looks like you can kind of, like, just kind of jump in through it. Really interesting. This is some cool-looking block work over here. Like that. Shape formation there, a lot of breakups in there. Very technical looking. Oh, look at the rings on the front here. And we got a sideways artillery gun right here with another turret like right behind there. You know, again, this would be the side of the ship, so these turrets would be like more of a like broadside turrets over here, except for these would be like vertically placed turrets. So. Yeah, really messes you up a little bit looking at it. It's cool, though. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before. In fact, I'm pretty sure I haven't. So, yeah, very cool on the originality, too. Alright, well, here, let me fly all the way back over here. So I just want to look at the very back portion of the ship. And, again, maybe I got it in the ground a little too much. Hopefully not. Alright, so let's find a way on board. Obviously, we can fall through some of those openings there, but I'm going to go through this door here, I think. So, let me just light. I don't know if this is going to have lights and all that stuff going on in here or not. Guess we'll find out. Oh, wow, we got another blast door right there. Age of the Messiah? If I said that correctly? Interesting. So more blast doors over here. And it kind of looks like this just kind of yeah, like a, you know, crashed hull on the ground, like a big POI. We got some doors in some different places. I kind of tell it's turned sideways too. Everything's kind of orientated that way. Oh, this could be a little rough. I might have to go into God mode on this one, I think. Getting through here. Oh, and the elevator goes sideways. Yep. Well, it's on its side. The whole ship is on its side. Oh, switch over here. Does something, maybe. Got a door over here. Yeah, okay, so we've seen that. So this is part of like the hangar area of the ship. You know, of course, turned on its side. Doors are turned on its side. Everything's on its side. Oh, wow. This dude must be strapped in. Hey, dude. Yeah, he totally looks like he'd fall, doesn't it? What's in here? Oh, man. Yeah, I'm glad I'm, yeah, I don't think I can navigate the ship on foot. Well, with a jetpack and a little jumping around probably, but we got a random door right here. Yeah, well, it's all, it's crashed, the whole thing crashed. So that's why I keep on thinking that this, be like kind of a POI thing. I'm looking for like base functions and features, and maybe they are in a specific area. Wow, look at that. We got this big old like crew area there with the lockers and all the bedding. They must bolt all this stuff down pretty good. And we got a hangar door coming in the back here. And we got our, yep, we got our sideways hangars. The Metris, or blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Let's see. Got back. Oh, we got our real parts back over here. We got a Pentaxa tank. Yeah, got our generators, shield parts, CPU blocks, advanced generator in there. More CPU blocks. This would be a unusual place to hang out as your base there. I'm not sure how you navigate through here, like in game. Like obviously I'm cheating and flying in God mode, but I mean jetpack will only get you so far. Like, how would you get to that door with a jetpack per se? Oh, that's cool though. Yeah, really, really unique. Oh wow! Over here we got a bunch of armor repairs. We got a constructor. So this would be kind of looks like the crafting production area, and it has real parts in here, but it's on its side, and I'm not sure. Like if you're going to use this as a base, and again, it's probably meant to be a POI, and that would make sense. And unfortunately, I got some of it buried down in here too. Into the ground, but so mostly just blocks down there. Well, I guess it's all blocks, isn't it? Yeah, some more rooms. Oh, here's like a full med bay. But yeah, I don't know how you'd even get to this stuff in the game though. If you're trying to use this as a base, but again, I think it would be probably more of a POI and have some kind of course that you have to like get to certain parts of it and defy. Find solutions for the gravity. So yeah, very, very interesting and cool looking build there. Yeah, I'm just curious what this would look like as a like a regular spaceship. And maybe this was made from an existing ship. I don't know. At the time, I really don't know. Let's take a look at some numbers here. Okay, so unlock level 25, size class 16. It is a base, obviously. 75 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. Does have quite a few guns on here. A lot of retractable Gatling guns, for sure. Some light plasma turrets. I think we even seen an artillery turret on here. Yeah, medium artillery turret. 24-hour, 22-minute build time. It does have quite some grow plots on here. Not sure if I've seen those. I might have to go fly through the hall real quick again. Other than that, not asking for much in rare stuff there at all. One thing I'm not sure in game, I think you can buy these from vendors, but you'd have to get these posters, I believe, too. CPU wise, maybe this is for vanilla. I don't think it said. No, wait. Well, just looking at my side sheet here a second. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe I just missed it. This worked for vanilla. Well, if it was vanilla, it wouldn't need the basic core. But yeah, the CPU is not coming out to, at least in Reforged Eden 2 where I'm showing it at. But the numbers aren't making any sense here. I had this bug before with bases in RE2. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think I'm just comparing it to a CV. How much CPU does the main thing hold? Anyway, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let's take a look at the storage on here. We got a lot of ammo boxes and cargo pellets. Closets. There's a couple controllers. So we got one at 272K. And another one at 264K. I think that's most of it. We do have a Pentaxia tank in there. Does have a shield. 82,466 on shield hit points. So yeah, really interesting. Again, crashed spaceship basically as a base. I just the only part that I'm a little confused about, like, you know, is if it was crashed on the planet surface, like I got it now, and not in space, you'd have a hard time getting around. Now, if it was in space, it would, no problem. You don't have the gravity. You can jetpack around everywhere you want to go. No problem. But on the ground, and maybe it was meant to be crashed in space too. I don't know. Oh, here's the grow plots. I don't think that works. That's sideways too. It doesn't even let you place that way in the game. So I'm pretty sure this was like a ship build. Then it was copied and then rotated as the start. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this thedoesn't work in game. Like if you try to plant stuff here, I don't think you could. But please correct me if I'm wrong. That used to be the case. There's changes all the time. I don't know. I mean, if sideways grow plots could work, I think that would be a really cool thing. I think you might see some ship designs that would do grow plots in a different way. That would be kind of actually fun just to build a new build just to do that. But as far as I know, I don't believe this works in game sideways. And that's why it doesn't let you place them sideways or rotate them when you're putting in grow plots either. So if I were to copy one of those and even place it here, oh, it kept the orientation with it. I am so confused. If I turn it that way, no, it's, yeah, well, I guess it copied the orientation of the block too. Interesting. Anyway, again, very cool. Pretty, really original design. I haven't seen anything really quite like this. I've seen some crashed spaceships, obviously, in the main game that we all seen, if you ever played the main game. And some of those could have been, multiple pieces and stuff like that. But I've never seen one as like a player base. So, very cool. Again, this is the Mechanicus crash site by K1. Very cool build. All right, so another base over here. This is a space station, by the way. It's not a base, but this is the Princess Castle, Reforged Eden 2 by Jet May Mendo. And I think I said the author name correctly. It sums up pretty good. It's JetMaymendo. So look at this. This looks like a pretty cool looking space station. Super detailed. I believe this was in new releases as well this week. Or at the time when I grabbed these creations on Friday morning. So we got hangar area over here. Oh man, I got this. Okay, that's the very tip of the creation. I was worried that I buried something. That's cool looking block pattern there though. Definitely like that. Oh, I like this roundy, curvy inner edges, and yeah, that's neat. That's neat. Sorry for burying that. I should have had this up in the air a little bit more, I guess. This is quite a massive station, by the way. Large large landing pads. And that's pretty cool what the author did here, kind of like digital LED numbers on the landing pads and like dividing lines there. So we got landing pad 4, repair bay. Oh, that's definitely can figure that one out from a distance. That's cool. Now it's got the like health cross kind of thing. That is cool. I don't think I've seen that done before either. Maybe I did. There was another space station that I looked at a few weeks prior that I think was doing some of that. I wonder if it's. I might have to backtrack and see if we're dealing with the same author here. Look at all the intricacies in here. Oh, a lot of stuff going on. We got looks like a plasma turbine mounted in there over there. Some crazy glass work over here. That's really unique. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that done before. It looks cool though. It looks like part of a really fancy modern skyscraper or something like that of some like a facade of it or something. Big glass windows over here on these hangar bays. These hangars are no joke. They are good sized hangars. I don't want to fly in quite yet. We got some more hull to look at here. But so yeah, it looks like we've got I don't know if they're all hangar bays down there. There could be some other stuff in here too. But right now it's kind of looking like they're all I was gonna not fly in, was I? Let's just fly through. Yeah, okay. Okay, so they all are hangars. I was wondering if like one was a farm or something like that. And look at this top structure. I mean, this is a huge thing by itself here. Not even including the bottom sections. Cool looking color scheme too. It's kind of got that purple texture light accent with the white and the blacks in there. And seeing definitely there's a farming section up over there. I'm a little confused on these lower grow lights. We'll have to see how that looks on the inside in a minute. Oh, actually, we can kind of see from here. Oh, wow. So this is like a separate layer of grow plots here. And then you'd put like your other big grow plot, probably the RE2 ones, on top of that. And then you have a lower section. There's like 2 layers of grow plots. And that's why those lower grow lights look weird how they are. But that's really unique. That is really unique. I like the side glass windows around here. And yeah, on the top of these landing pads too, obviously room to park some pretty good sized creations. And beyond that, on the top, we got looks like another hangar. And then on the very top, we've got like kind of the top of like some fancy high-rise building, you know, with some kind of outdoor recreational area out here. A lot of plants, some neat-looking walk paths. Almost half tempted. That's wild. Really cool block work and stuff, and shapes and like art, very artsy design work in this. Oh, wow. I don't even know what that is. It looks cool, though. Some kind of reactor room or something like that. And then finally, we get all the way up to the top on... This is even really unique on this upper plate here with all the intricate block work going on in there. And we got a big solar array on the top. So, yeah, I think we got 24 large solar panels there. Again, a base, yeah, solar panels definitely... use them on bases. Plus, you know, I think we noticed that it already had turbines too. So it'll probably create most of its own power. So here, I'm going to go down somewhere. Gosh darn. I guess, yeah, let's just... Here, we're in a hangar. Let's go here. And I'm going to adjust the lights. Let's see. We are on, right? Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any actual lights in here. Again, these large areas like this, trying to light them up, ramps up your size class bad, makes the performance bad, and it's really, really hard to light large areas unless you use spotlights, which I don't necessarily like the looks of spotlights on the interior, but you know, if it's just to provide light, that works out. But you don't have any options with spotlights. They're white and they're whatever intensity they are. You can't do anything with it. So this is wild here. So yeah, just massive hangar docking area. In the center here, we've got our main shield, followed by looks like a large fusion reactor. Fusion reactor room down in there. We got elevators off to the sides here. Let's go down first, and we'll go up. Here out. Sorry about that. Here, I'm gonna crank the lights back on here. Oh, I got one of those carpet. Oh, the carpet texture without the flowers. The other ones have some flowers on. This one has different kind of pattern in there. That's cool. So yeah, we're just down into the fusion reactor room. I have already seen storage. Oh, we got furnace over here. We got furnaces all over the place. All right, so this is I'd say a furnace room / fusion reactor room. A lot of bulk storage controllers. So what do we got? 8 furnaces down in here, I think. That is a lot of furnace power. So yeah, definitely designed for some pretty serious production here. The other station that I looked at a few weeks back too, I think was similar, and that had a lot of production value in it, and that kind of thing. So that's cool. So in here we've got a kind of a big open room, a massive CPU core room, and they are just stacked up to the ceiling. Literally, of CPU cores. This whole wall is CPU cores of various origins. That's cool. A lot of storage container extensions in here. Oh, that's more CPU core there too. So yeah, big CPU core room. Let's go up to the next one. I like how the elevators are color different at the floors that you get off at. So up here we've got this on the top of those pretty large landing platforms. And this gets up into actually looks like our main production area here. And it is certainly full of a lot of production stuff. Yep. Look at that. We get a bunch of advanced constructors, universal constructors, a food processor and fridge, a lot of storage controllers. Over here we've got some boxes, a lot of utility, armor locker, weapon locker, armor repair, med bay 02. Even got a clone chamber here, teleporter. The base teleporter just looks different, doesn't it? That's cool. Nicely set up on a sensor. Ammunition controllers. Here, you know, I think there is more light in here. So let me just see. Yeah, there are some lights in here. And this kind of goes around here. So yeah, your main area, production area, looks like it's on this floor. And over here we got a med bay too. So all the specialized medical equipment, shower and toilet as well. So yeah, pretty much all the stuff is on this floor for production, besides farming. And that we're probably going to get to here shortly. Oh no, not after another floor of solid production. Holy crap. Okay, we didn't get to the farms yet. I thought we are gonna be heading into the farms, coming up that elevator, but no, we got another whole floor of a whole lot of production equipment. Here's some deconstructors, more universal constructors, advanced constructors. Our main core right in the middle there. Wow. Okay. A lot of production potential here. Again, kind of like a faction space station again. Or a very dedicated individual that does a lot of processing of stuff and building parts. Like if you're going to build a large creation in survival, you might want a production area like this so you could make, thousands of blocks and parts at a time. So you got them available for assembling your creation. All right, let's go up to this floor. Now we're to the farm. Double layered farm, by the way. Yeah, it's just really unique how this is set up here. Now, obviously, you can add in those larger Reforged Eden and Reforged Eden 2 grow plot setups in here, and that's kind of what these are designed for. Or you can haul out the blocks and put in regular farming blocks. But I think at the height and everything that is set up here, they're really meant to put the other grow plots above here. That cool looking block work around the ceiling, holding the grow lights in place. And this this outer section here, of course, it would look a lot different if you added all the grow plots. But there's like another layer up over here to add some. Let me get in a. Yeah, to add like a grow plot above over here. Yeah, interesting. Like, yeah, extra like 2 floors here, but the floor itself is not there, and it's just kind of saving space that way. And then you got this this elevated walkway that kind of goes up and around the whole area here, which is that's wild. All right, well, let's I don't even know how many potential grow plots you could put in here. A lot. Like two levels, pretty much solid, sort of a walk path. Pretty much solid like grow plot area. So we're probably talking, individual grow plot counts would, yeah, 500,000, something like that. A lot. Take a while to count all that up. Could be done, I suppose. All right, let me get back to an elevator here. Let's go up to the next purple elevator block. So up here, this is our upper hangar. Because if you didn't have enough room on the lower hangar, you've got a upper hangar as well. With its, yep. That's cool. I like how these beams are done. That's a cool look with the marble in the center there and the different color on the side pieces. But yeah, just a whole lot more room for parking stuff. Cool looking setup here. I like that. Looks pretty. Yeah, I don't know. That's just neat. The marble really works for this. And sometimes I think the marble works, and other times it doesn't. That looks really cool, and it's kind of a weird off tint of probably a custom color on the marble too, because of that little bit of that purplish tone. Kind of go with the accents on the station here, and all the way up to the top, and then we get out to our I don't know, whatever you could call it, something like this on top of a building. Like in the real world, if you look at some skyscrapers, some of the really fancy modern ones might have some kind of observation deck area, tourist kind of thing up at the top. This kind of reminds me of something like that. Some little spikies going around here. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. And UWU, I don't know exactly what that means. And then, yeah, wow. Yeah, so quite the station. Quite the station. Big station. A lot of production, a lot of farming, a lot of places to park stuff. And, of course, it does the CV repairing and all that fun stuff, too. So let's take a look at some numbers here. Unlock level 25. Size class 35. 30 fuel tanks, 30 oxygen tanks, 28 hour and 26 minute build time. Does need a lot of quantum processors for the build here. Large auxiliary cores, advanced core. Does have an advanced core in here. Interesting. CPU wise. Yeah, it's using that. I don't know how to describe the CPU on bases. I gotta refresh my base CPU numbers and Reforged Eden 2. Like I know the CV ones, but right now I'm not sure what a Core 1 base default CPU is. I don't believe it's 200,000. I think it's less than that. So it doesn't match that of a CV. So as in CPU cores in here, we do have our Core 9 setup plus a single quantum core, and then it does have a single advanced core, 4 auxiliary cores in there. It doesn't warp. That'd be pretty interesting to have a warpable base. Like it doesn't move, but you could warp from one area to another. That'd be pretty wild. 60,000 shield stock. No other P menu options there. All right, storage. I bet it's gonna have a decent amount of that. Yeah, looks like it does have a decent amount. So I'm just checking some of the numbers here. We got 2 ammo bays. Oh, cargo ammo, not an ammo bay. Cargo ammo. So a regular storage bay there. Same thing going on with this one, but this one happens to be a 320. So that's ammo 0, ammo 1. These are like what, 5 more bulk storage. I think they're all 640s. And then some sort boxes in there. Oh, well, 640 for furnace and deconstructors. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, if you're looking for a massive production in the space station here, got a really cool one to look at here. And this, again, is the Princess Castle. Eden Reforged 2 is actually how the name is going there by Jet May Mendo. Very, very cool. Nice looking station. Like the aesthetics and the overall texture color scheme. Looks really good. Awesome work on that. All right, so one more in Reforged Eden here, 2, and another pretty massive creation. Where's my orientation? There it is. All right, so we've got this thing over here. Showed up in the releases this morning. So here we have the RE2 Atlas Mining Carrier by Spange. So this is a big, very cool looking, kind of asymmetrical layout carrier here. And that is a big one. This is a big one. Very cool looking, I got to say. It's I'll try to fly around the ship here a little bit. Let's take a look at this really wild looking front end design over here. I love this block work going on in here. That's neat. And the big glass you can kind of see in there, and there's like multiple levels on the inside there. And it looks like this would be our A bridge. I don't know if it's the bridge. I don't think it's the bridge. That would be back way over there. And then on this side, we got a well, probably meant to be a weapon cluster, but right now it's a big and quite the antenna cluster going on in here, with some block work antennas, extra big block work antennas going on there. That looks really cool, though. Oh, very sci-fi. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that the original Alien movie had something like this going on the front side of it, on the big spaceship there. Oh, wow. Well, that's a cool looking Ring of Death. That's okay. So right now, yeah, we it's mostly antennas in here, but there's some rail guns in there too. Yeah, a couple rail guns right in there, and obviously, a lot of the antennas you can just slap those out of the build and pop in guns. They're kind of like placeholders for like at least like your lower tier guns, on their size and everything like that. But that looks really cool. That looks really cool. I like that that round thing with the red dot in the middle, and that's just a big cluster of like nasty old guns. And you know, oh no, I guess from a distance it almost looked like some of this was blast doors, and I was like, but it's not. It's not blast doors. It's just how it's textured there. So that's on the front. Let's fly up into this crazy span here. Oh, we're getting into a ring here. A ring with a laser and a globy ball. And I always got to look at these. I got to look at this. Oh, we got a satellite dish there. So yeah, this is wild. Like a big open air fusion processing machine that this is like right out of Star Wars tech or something going on in here. That is wild. Look at this curvy stuff going around here too. It's like this. Wow. Well, let's look at. I haven't even looked at the back of the ship yet. We'll look at it in full context in a second. But I just wanted to check out all this other stuff going on in here too. That really cool framing set up there with the half blocks, creating that whole like almost exoskeleton frame going across here. Yeah, what a trip. That's cool. That is really cool. All right. There's the bridge. That's a nice looking bridge. I like these kind of ramp ups going into it too. Like different layers of like armor and a lot of turrets and places for more guns. Some retractable rocket launchers up in there. Oh, look at this. It's got a whole like broadside package going on over here too. Look at that. So we got some turrets in there, but obviously a lot of open turret positions going around. And yeah, look at this colossal. I mean, this bridge. The bridge could be like a starter CV by itself, and a halfway decent sized starter CV. I'll add just by itself here, but that is really cool. That is really cool. Wow. Talk about a massive side hangar door here. It is a carrier. So it's got yeah, really large blast doored hangar door. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, really cool aesthetics back over here. Coming into, I believe, the thruster housing areas. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Look at all the intricacies back behind the big frame structure going on in here. And that's our strafing thrusters, and there's actually like 6 of them in there. I don't think I've ever seen thrusters displayed quite anything like that. That is really cool. I like how it's all kind of reddish going on in there too, with like it's like texture light color. Now let's get around to the back side here. Here on the oh wow, look at that! What a cool shape! What a cool shape for the thruster housing. Yeah, the sweeping angles, and it's holding a lot of thrusters in here too. It's not playing around. These are all drive thrusters. That's 12 of them. Look at the multiple floors and windows off the back side there. Holy smokes. All right, so let's look at this in context here. Yeah, the whole ship. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. The side profile of it. Yeah, massive space carrier. I'd say more of kind of a combat space carrier because, again, a lot of weaponry on here too, or well, potentials for a lot more weaponry as well, and broadside capabilities. A lot of actually broadside turrets as a port pack over in this general location too. Yeah, this is kind of doing the same thing here too with those the thrusters on all the blockworks working around them. Wow. All right. All right. This one took a while. I seen I looked at a couple of Smadge's videos too, and I thought he was building some kind of a large space station. And when I seen this one this morning, I was like, "Where did this come from?" Uh, so maybe he was working on it. I very well could have missed it, but um, yeah, this is like no joke. Like, wasn't built in a couple days or anything like that. Very cool, very cool. All right, let me adjust the lights. We're gonna walk around here, and I'm sure there's a lot of walking around to do. All right, here. So we've got interior spotlights for this hangar space. Let me check P menus. Options. Okay, we'll leave this stock right now. A lot of power management options there. I just want to see if there was any kind of controls for the lighting or info LCDs or something like that. So, my goodness, look at what you get. Some really good fresh air in here. I mean, that is a quite the package of ventilators up there. Those are ventilators, and let's just did they add it? Hold on. They didn't add a decal part for something like this, did they? No, that's a real ventilator. Okay, so yeah, very fresh air, very fresh air, well circulated. No airborne diseases floating around in here. So what do we got here? Oh, very cool looking elevator LCDs. So we got a lot of floors going up. The Ushan deck. The rest of this makes sense, but I'm not sure what that is yet. Kind of curious. Let's check out the back area. So it's saying reactor core. Oh, we can't walk up these staircases. All right. There's holy smokes. All right. For some reason, it's really bright in here. Hold on. This has got to be as night as it gets outside, I think. So it is well lit on the interior here. So what a reactor room! It really looks like a fusion reactor. it just kind of does, sort of. Well, I guess not necessarily, but it looks like a very good sci-fi fusion reactor. And that is cool. Look at the intricacies on the ceiling up there, with even the block work and the design patterns happening there. And all the detail everywhere. Even this, whatever this is here, it's there, and it looks cool. That is very, very cool. You got some elevators, some other elevators inside of here too. But yeah, very cool looking reactor room. Definitely a lot of support work around that reactor going on there. Now look at the piping and the... Wow. Yep. So what do we got in the back? Okay, this is one of those rooms we've seen off the back. Kind of a... it's like a bit of a control area. Oh, and of course we got side hallways. Very sci-fi looking. Kind of like the lighting changes going on in here. And there's still like some blinking lights and stuff going on, so you can kind of see like this blue flashing thing going on here. And I fear I'm going to get so lost in this ship. It's hopefully not, but it happens. Once you get to a certain size of something, yeah, just it's easier and easier to be lost. All right, so been in the fusion reactor room. Let's take... Okay, and that stops. Okay, good. I'm glad that stops, because if that kept on going, I'd really be lost. Alright, so let's go back out of here, and... Wow, this looks wild. Does feel like you're kind of in a spaceship here now, doesn't it? We had a catwalk way up there, too. Oh, this elevator goes through. Alright, let's go up to this floor. So this is like an upper catwalk above the other catwalk. above the other catwalk. There's a lot of catwalks. Okay, so yeah, we're nowhere yet. Look at that. The only thing below us is the SV. This is the SV bay? Are you kidding me? Well, then again, if you build SVs the size that this ship is, yeah, you need to pay that size. Oh, this is above the fusion reactor. Oh, we get a better view of it from here. Ah, what a cool block formation around that. That's neat. That is very neat. Oh, it can. Okay, I was gonna try to walk up there too, but yeah, okay. So this elevator deconnects. Somehow I got twisted on my elevators. Oh, yeah, I was down here and I missed this elevator. I was looking at all the block thingies around here and didn't see the elevator. Whoops. That's what happens when I'm really focusing on block work and stuff like that when I usually tour these ships. Block work, textures, unusual things, and just coolness factors. Alright, so I think I have to go. No, I don't. Let's go up. Okay, so I'm hearing doors open everywhere, so I just want to make sure. Oh, no, okay, so we've been there. This was still like nowhere in the ship. Like, this is the SV bay. All right, so now I think we're not quite above that hangar yet. We got an overlook, overlooking the overlooks of the overlooks. That's cool. I'm just being a little funny and sarcastic here, but this looks amazing. It really does look really, really cool. What do we got over here? Command and control. I almost wanted to say command and conquer as soon as I seen that command, and I wanted to fill in the next word with conquer. Gravity generator room over here. Probably got more of those on the ship, I'm sure. And now we're getting to the Yusan. What is the Yusan? Oh. It's just this big old landing pad here. I never heard that name. Oh, CV repair bay back here. Somehow I missed that looking at the hull. I love the model part of the CV repair bay. I think it just... I want a deco version of different sizes of this in the game. So, yeah. Make it happen. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so we've been there, and now we're up here. Oh, we got a computer core room over here. And it looks like a computer core room. A lot of cores. And another one on the other side. Makes sense. So, yeah, something tells me I don't think this ship's going to be a Core 9. Just don't think it's going to be a Core 9. I think it's going to have a little bit too much going on there for that. All right, so we're here. I got to figure out how to get to the front part of the ship. So I think this elevator that I took up. Oh no, it goes up another deck here. Ah, here we go. We can go this way. Okay, so now we got our farming section. I like the nice little card table back over there. That's cool. Well, these farmers always got it nice. You know, they go out there, they do the stuff with these fancy, probably, they got to manually pick some stuff, but then they can sit down and just chill and suck in all that fresh air. They got it good. All right, so we're going, man, there's stuff everywhere. All right, so, oh, this actually gets us into the farm bay. Okay. We got our fridges, food processors. Different colored grow plots. Look at that. We got some white grow plots. We got some fancy gray grow plots going down the center there. Oh man, this goes up some more. Wasn't ready for that. All right, let's get up over this way. Oh, another door. What do we got here? We got operations. Someone seen I was coming, and I swear they just turned off the lights on me. Like, oh, shh, they're hiding over there. Sorry. Gotta have a good old time here. Let me turn my flashlight. Yeah, big utility room here. All kinds of, yeah, our repair console for the big repair bay back there, overlooking it. Nice location for that. Armor repair, armor lockers. We've seen weapon locker. Or maybe not. And our teleporter. Did I make it up to the... I'm not at the bridge, am I? Maybe. I don't know. The bridge is somewhere in the ship. Med bay over there. Computer consoles. Here, let me turn the light again. Yeah, okay, so this whole area kind of looks like a just a big like operations, and this front area, obviously the med bay. Yeah, that's probably why it's got an LCD saying that. That's probably what it is, unless it's all a deception. All right. Okay, so operations, they do like their emergency red lighting in the operations area. They are into that. No, that's cool. Hey, it looks really nice again. All right, so I don't know how to get out of here though. Let's I think oh, it still goes up. How does it still go up? Oh, it does. It still goes up. That's how it does it. This has got to be the bridge. Oh yes, this is the bridge. And welcome aboard, Captain. Some nice information here. Yeah, little details right here on the main bridge. 3 pilot seats. Yep, 3 pilot seats. Yeah, super detailed. Just super detailed looking at all this. All the intricacies, all the consoles, the multiple levels and layers of everything going on. Man, my goodness, is there... Oh, okay, so we're looking outside at the big radar dish there. Black flooring. Yeah, this feeling kind of this has got to have some Star Wars inspiration on it, I think. Again, it just kind of feels a little Star Warsy, especially with like the black flooring and the white walls and stuff like that. That is definitely feels like Star Wars. All right, so I think I went all the way to the top of, well, at least some of these elevators. Okay, so let's go back. I'm trying to figure out how to get to. There's a lot of ship up in the front, and I got to get there. So I'm gonna go all the way down to the hangar, I think, and then we're gonna buzz across here. And we got our warp drive right over there. We got our deconstruction and our manufacturing. Love the LCDs everywhere. So we got our universal constructor, a couple small constructors on the side of that. Advanced constructor there. Cool angled hallways. Love to see those too. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that hallway design. Seen some pretty cool hallway designs. This one's no exception. Another really cool looking hallway design here. It's nice when you got some extra room and you can do it more than like one block. You can really do some neat stuff with that. We got our mess hall, different lighting in here. Atmospheric change. We got a bunch of neat animated posters, and we got some Groots. Very nice looking mess hall. I like that. And over here, wow, look at that. Nice chill out place over there too. Utility store A1. Oh yeah. It is a storage bay. It's got boxes in it and got a gravity generator with a staircase to it. Very cool. Okay, so now here's where we enter the shopping mall. Yeah, it's yeah, no. I was just looking at this, and I kept on. I looked at that. I was like, "Oh, look, escalators. Oh, we're going to the second floor of the shopping mall." Oh, maybe it is. Hey, oh, I like that. I like that poker table you got there. Can I buy it? How much? No, okay. So he just wants to play. He just wants to play the cards, and so does this guy over here. Okay, so we got a casino up in the ship over here at the front. Oh, this is that one side with the double floor and the really cool. I see where we are. We are in the front area of the ship, and you got this looks. This looks really cool. I mean, it fits. It fits the environment. I don't know what we're looking at, but it's decorative and it looks really fitting here. Especially for the casino going on in here. Oh yeah, he's even throwing chips around. Did you hear that? Sounded like he was shuffling. You got some ATMs over here, so you can gamble your savings away. That's always a good thing. And the decorative pillar pieces here, which are part of the streetlight set, I do believe. I just didn't realize you could color them all like that, and that's neat. That's neat. Lots of the fancy new consoles. The gravity well. What are you doing here? Oh, that's the name of this whole place. Oh, it's like a restaurant. It's like a fancy restaurant called the Gravity Well. I get it. With the really cool colored beams and entertainment, and that's a cool looking staircase. I love that texture light side thing there with all the really cool angles. Oh, look at that. There's like, I never thought of doing that. I ran into this dilemma before because there's not really any like railings. There's not like a railing part that goes to a 22.5 degree staircase or anything really to use for that. But then when you have another staircase right next to it, you have this conundrum where you can't put like anything there. Well, at least I didn't think you could until I seen this, and that actually does work. I was always worried that if these overlapped the other staircase, that wouldn't feel right. But because of the texture lights and the way it's set up, that looks actually really, really good. So, yeah, really interesting. Oh, man, we got another elevators. Where do you go? To another deck in another hallway. Let's, oh, wow, look at, okay, so we got a briefing room. We got a science lab. Oh, look at the briefing room. Oh, just using regular old, that looks nice. It actually, yeah, it actually looks like a briefing room. The table actually is working. It's nice that there's tables and stuff now. Before we had to try to make these out of blocks. And, that didn't work out super well. But, you know, it worked, but that looks better. And science lab. Oh, yeah, it looks very science labby. Oh, I like these. Yeah, these are like legit medical parts here. But that is a cool looking block structure there to support those parts. And it looks like, yeah, it's getting a lot of doing a lot of brain scans there. Got our other medical equipment over there. And then we're going into this front room. Oh, pilot room. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got the front pilot seat. We've seen that from the outside, so we're on the upper level of the front side part of the ship. Again, amazingly super detailed here. This was a lot of work to build this ship here. First, it's massive. Second, it's super detailed everywhere. And that just takes a lot of time. I mean, you put those two together, massive size and super detailed, and you're looking at a very long project to do here. Okay, so we got rooms all over the place here too. So we got another storage room over here. I think crew quarter room over here with the big black marble wall there. Very nice. Again, I like the color and lighting differences going from different areas. Just changes the feel of the ship a lot. And this is all asymmetrically done too. So I'm not going to see the same thing on the other side of the ship. I'm pretty sure, at least. Yeah, let's go all the way down this hallway and try to wrap around. Yeah, I don't think it's too interested right there. Here's our warp drive. Nice. Nice. Yeah, nice display for that, too. Cool looking glass structure. Got a little bit of access there, too. So, it looks like we got this open glass piece on purpose so you can repair the warp drive or upgrade it if it needs it. I don't know if it would need it. A couple deconstructors chilling out over here. And we got a, quickie. Oh, I took the super quick way down. All right, so I'm not seeing another walk path over down the other side of the ship here yet. I think it would originate from somewhere in here, but it's not. So, where are we now? We are somewhere. Okay, so we have... I'm just kind of flying through the hall here a little bit. So it does not look like we have interior space going down the other side. So it looks like... here, let's get the lights on. And keep in mind, I was walking through the ship at like the darkest of night. So it is really well lit. It is really well lit on the inside side of the ship. But yeah, I just wanted to see what's happening. Okay, so these are like... wow, like bulkhead areas here. Like... wow, okay. Yeah, so no... a lot of storage. There's like internal areas in here. So layers and layers and layers of stuff. Wow. Yeah, very, very cool build. Very cool build. Super elaborate, detailed. Lots of everything. And obviously it's a carrier, and it definitely has a large hangar and a lot of places to park stuff. But you know, like a secondary thing is it's kind of like a combat carrier for sure too, because it's capable of having a lot of guns and shooting a lot of stuff. It does have quite a bit of guns on it to start with. Oh yes, and the last feature, I think I missed that from the inside. Quick access door into the interior of the ship, right next to the bridge. Again, super cool option. Cool use of Kirby blocks around the front of the glass there. Yeah, very, very cool build. All right, let's look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 25, size class 21. 25 forward, 9 strafing, 19 lifts, 11 reverse, 10 down. Got 16 fuel tanks, 9 oxygen tanks. Quite a few stock weapons on here. It does have a legit long-range radar array. 25-hour and 36-minute build time. It does use a lot of parts. Heat exchangers. Yeah, we did have the fusion reactor in there. Communication equipment for the long-range radar array and stuff. CPU-wise, it is set to 1.3 million. Using 1.29 million out of that. And that would translate to a, let me just make sure that's sorted, Core 13. So it's basically your Core 9 package with 4 quantum cores added to it. Keep in mind you can add more CPU with auxiliary and that other core we've seen on the other build. 60 light year warp drive on there stock. Stock shield. Pretty insane. 216,000 stock shield strength. It does have a lot of menu options for mining. Mining? You do that too? I'm going to just turn on some things. I'll keep the gravity. I don't like gravity. Not really into the gravity. Let's see. Maintenance, radar, hydroponics. Yeah, a lot of power management options there. Storage wise, let's get a cool view here. That is cool too, isn't it? Here, looks like maybe something out of Star Citizen too. That could be another influence on this one. All right, so what was I going to look at here? Oh, yeah, wrong button. Let's look at the storage. So mining, is this called mining carrier? I guess it's just called mining carrier here. Very nicely labeled, color coordinated mining stuff with the prefix letters to sort everything nicely. So we got input 640, blocks and devices 640, food's probably a fridge. Oh wow, fuel and O2's 640. That's gonna be a fridge. Loot another 640. Trade goods that's 640. Meds got to be a box. Yep, meds is a box. Med ingredients probably a box. Yep. Ammo. It's like 2 ammo bays, 320k each. A lot of sort boxes here. Overflow, 640. A couple of them. In case one's not enough. Got a lot of things flowing over. Weapons and stuff. Spare ammo. Ore input. That's a 320. 2 of those. One's just not good enough. No, and yeah, just a spare the Z's. These are all the very, very tired boxes. They are ready. They are ready to fall asleep. No one ever looks at them because there's so many other boxes before these poor. I feel bad for these boxes. I really do. We had to set up a new program. Save the boxes. They're just bored, sleeping somewhere in this colossal ship. No one ever pays any attention to them. All right. Well, anyway, very, 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 very cool build here. Again, this is the RE2 Atlas Mining Carrier by Spans. Really, really epic build. Epic build. All right. Let me. I'm gonna jump over to vanilla real quick here. All right. So the last build here of the day. Not too big. It was just I originally spawned this in RE2, but it was built for vanilla and the stats are way off, so I wanted to have it just show it in vanilla. So this is the KY14B by JX4 or author JX4. So this looks like a little SV fighter, I would say. I like its gun mount positions here. They're kind of like spread around a little bit on the wingtips, which is a nice way to do it, actually. If the AI is like trying to blow these guns out, which it probably will be shooting at, having them out there like that keeps those shots away from the main body of the ship. At least if they're shooting at like these guns. But these guns here would probably draw fire towards the main body of the ship. But they look so cool. They look so cool. And look at that. We got a lot of guns on here. It's quite the gun. It's quite the gun ship, actually. I don't realize how many weapons are on there until you start counting them all there. But that's cool. I like the reverse thrusters right down in there. Obviously using a prefab cockpit. Got our spotlight there. It's like some rocket launchers. Some plasma or laser? Pulse laser. Yep, pulse lasers. Whoop. Just randomly got out my color tool. I think that's telling me something. Telling me that maybe I ought to use it someday again. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like these deco parts back over here too. Kind of like I don't know. That looks neat. That looks neat. Yeah, no, it does look like a really cool like a space fighter. Yeah, a little bit of that X-wing look, sort of, but not not obviously not an X-wing. But yeah, very, very cool looking. A couple of larger thrusters for our forward thrust there. A couple RCS units back in there too. I like the pieces on the bottom side there as well. The deco parts there. Quite the thruster contraption right over here. It's a lot of thrusters there. We got our strafing thrusters, lift thrusters for either side, but it's using a lot of the smaller ones. Some more lift thrust there, reverse thrust. And then, of course, the forward thrust are going to be the larger ones. That's really cool how they're displayed inside of like the wing design with this extra deco parts on top of that as well. On the back side here, Um, yeah, that's cool. Have all these vended things. Kind of routed out there. I was kind of looking around to see if there's a door. I don't think there's an interior space on this one. I think I'm going to fly through there though to see what's going on the inside there. I'm sure just a lot of parts. Yeah, a lot of parts. So fuel and CPU cores, and I think we're at the back where we're looking at the RCS. Yeah, I've been seeing RCS getting used a little bit more than I used to. But maybe they're more effective now. And our main core is in there. Yeah, that's not a gravity generator. Did I say gravity generator? No, that's just a regular generator. I was going to say it shouldn't have a gravity generator in here. I think there'd be any reason for that. Quite a few RCS though. A little surprised. There's bunch here, and we've seen a couple on the backside. Like a ammo and a storage controller. Kind of looking for like a warp drive, but we'll look at the stats. Well, oh, there. Is that it? No, that's a shield. That's a shield. Okay, so we do have a shield right back there. Maybe it does not have a warp drive. Now, it'd be kind of hard to place that. It's not. It's really quite small of a ship. I just wasn't sure if it had one snaked in there somehow or not. All right, let's take a look at some numbers here. So, unlock level 20, size class 1, 86 forward, 19 strafing, 38 lift, 29 reverse, 19 down. The secondary numbers are pretty good too. I was kind of taking a look at that because of the it does have actually quite a lot of RCS in it. I was kind of curious how the secondary numbers were going to look, and they do look good. 4 fuel tanks, no oxygen tanks. Now that's, to me, I would, because when you're flying around in space, whether you have a ventilator or not, these prefab cockpits will use the oxygen out of those oxygen tanks. So if you do have an oxygen tank on there and you got oxygen in it, basically you'll be able to breathe when you're in the pilot seat and not freeze to death, basically. So I definitely would recommend having an oxygen tank on, like, you know, even if it's a prefab design like this. Even if you're not running ventilators, it's still good to have an oxygen tank on these builds. But yeah, very, very cool looking ship. Let's take a look at its storage here a second. We know it had an ammo controller and a regular controller. So we got a regular controller at 375. Ammo is also at 375. So one last thing I just want to point out with the ammo. Now 375, like if you had a couple Gatling guns on it, that's fine. The ammo is really lightweight. This does have a couple Gatling guns on it, by the way. But with all the other guns, with all these weapons here, you probably would want some more ammo storage. Because a lot of the ammunition for some of these other types is heavier than like the Gatling guns. And there's quite a lot of guns on here too. So, especially like the rockets and stuff like that. So, it still works. It still works just fine. But just, you know, if you're going to, you know, a build like this with this many guns, I would, you know, try to have at least like 4 or 5K ammo storage. That might be, you know, a little excess, but I guess it's always nice to have a little bit more than you might need. But yeah, other than that, yeah, very, very cool build. Definitely like the design of it, and flies really, really nice. According to the specs, all the stats are really nice on it, and looks really cool too. Nice looking block work. So yeah, again, this is the KY14B by JX4. Oh wait. Shield strength, 4,000 on shield strength. One last thing I wanted to look at, and I'm pretty sure it does not have a warp drive. I just want to confirm that. It might be missing something else too. Basically, the Pentaxi tank on here. Now this was also I think I'm not sure if this was... No, I don't think this was a new release. This was on the main page. Oh, wait. Shields and force fields. I'm wrong. Oh, wait. It's got this. But I'm not seeing... It would need a Pentaxid tank. Like, if I were to go over to this ship and try to... Yeah, I can't put Pentaxid in the ship because it would need the Pentaxid for the shield as well as the warp drive. So, yeah, the shield... basically, because of that, you can't turn the shield on. If I were, it says it's on, but it's not really on. Basically, it wouldn't be able to charge up with any Pentaxid because it doesn't have that tank. So just you know, good things to know when you're building these builds here because it looks really cool. Looks like it'd be a fun fighter to use. Just recommendations: more ammo storage and a Pentaxid tank and an O2 tank. I think would do wonders. Fix up all those problems pretty easily too. So just something to know. Other than that, again, very very cool build. KY14B by JX4. And other than that, that is it for this week. Again, a lot to look at. Very cool builds again from everybody. And other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend. And I will talk to you later.